Hello and welcome to another episode, or I don't know if you could call it episode, of the Satellite Racing podcast. I thought I would do a bit of a video and an audio introduction, kind of just introducing myself and letting you know who I am. And so yeah, it won't be a long video. It'll maybe be about probably 10 minutes, 15 minutes, but it won't go on too long. But yeah, first off, my name's Ryan Walker. I am the host of the Satellite Racing podcast, and yeah, it's been doing the podcast for quite a while. I did start the podcast back in 2023. It was kind of an idea that I went to the sim racing team that I'm with, Satellite Racing. What's his name? What's his where the Satellite Racing podcast name originates from? I kind of went to the management or my team bosses and said, "Oh, I would like to do a podcast, and basically this is what I would like to do: have guests on, the sim racers, real life drivers, possibly if it comes to it, even just the other people that have the same interests as me in motorsport and sim racing." And that's pretty much how it came about. And yeah, it's something that I really enjoyed doing back in 2023 because I had loads of guests on at the time. Uh, Probably the most, or probably my favourite episode that I recorded back then was probably with Peter Mackay from IMSA Radio and Radio Le Mans. And he's probably a name that you've heard in the PA around the tracks at, say, Daytona or Road Atlanta or even Sebring as well, for example. So, yeah, he was one of the people that I really enjoyed chatting with. He was just such a down to earth guy. And yeah, I always had a lot of respect for Peter. So, and it's good to see him doing well in the real life side of motorsport as well. Because I have commentated with him on iRacing from time to time, and always had big respect for him. But yeah, you're probably thinking, how did the satellite podcast come about? And as I say, I pretty much just answered it. Went to my bosses, and they kind of pitched the idea of what I wanted to do, and that's how it started. But yeah, 2023, I was really enjoying the podcast, and then kind of I started struggling with like really bad mental health problems, basically just bad anxiety and depression, and it kind of just got to me, not through doing the podcast, nothing like that got to me. It kind of just basically I started struggling with mental health and bad anxiety, and it kind of just got on top of me, and I just said to myself that I need a break, and took some time away from that. And yeah, I was missing it, but I didn't want to come back and place any pressure on myself, so took a break. And then I think it got towards the end of 2026 or start of this year that I said to myself that I want to bring it back and basically just see how it goes and not place any pressure on myself, just have fun, enjoy myself. And yeah, it's been great fun so far. I've done a couple of or recorded a couple of episodes so far. The first one was with Nicole from the Orange Fad podcast, and I really enjoyed doing that. That was good fun. I was a bit nervous about asking Nicole because I know she's got her own podcast with the Orange Flag podcast, and I know she's probably busy with that. Or I thought she would have been busy with that, and I was kind of expecting to be told like, no, I, I'm too busy to come on as well. So, but yeah, I was really happy when she turned around and said, yeah, I would be happy to come on. So yeah, that made my day because yeah, always had a lot of respect for Nicole. She's one of those people that I chat to all the time, and basically I've got a lot of respect for her. So I was happy when she came on, and it was good that I really enjoyed that we discussed different series in motorsport, such as IndyCar, IMSA, WEC, or WEC, whatever you like to call it. And yeah, just discussing different motorsport topics. It's just really good fun getting to chat to someone with the same passion for something that I love, and it was really, really, really good fun. The only mistake I did make was it was 2 hours long, and I kind of felt not embarrassed, but I was kind of a red faced moment, if you like, because yeah, I didn't want to make that mistake of going on for too long. But yeah, I kind of expected to make that mistake, but it's one of those things. It's part of learning and getting back into it. So had fun in recording that episode, and I think the feedback I got from it was really good. And I was kind of nervous about it because as you probably still tell, I struggle with a stutter a little bit. So, but watching it back the next day or a couple of days later, it wasn't or I didn't sound as bad as I thought it would be. So yeah, I was kind of beating myself up over nothing, and yeah, I'm quite glad that we recorded that episode. And then, excuse me, the next episode that I recorded was with Ryan Marine from GT World Challenge America, and again, a name that or voice that people will be familiar with on the PAs at racetracks or even watching on YouTube, and probably one of the commentators that I've got, again, a lot of respect for, and he's a big hero of mine because I love the style of commentating that Ryan does. It's just so relaxed. There's no shouting or going over the top, if you like. It's just nice and relaxed. And having Ryan on the show was such a good thing and a good feeling as well. It made me feel good, and I could not stop smiling for probably about 3 or 4 days afterwards, because it's just, I never expected to have him on the show, and it's it made my 2026 so far. So that was great fun. And then what's the aim for 2026? The aim for 2026, I think, is trying to maybe get some more real life drivers or mechanics, for example, on the show. I've got some names in mind that I might try and contact at some point and see if they would be interested in coming on. So we'll just wait and see how that happens. And looking forward to the rest of 2026 and seeing how it goes with the podcast. And then probably there's a question that people want to know as well. How did my passion for motorsports come about? Yeah, my passion, or my journey into watching motorsport rather, came about in, I think it was 1995 or 1996. It was through a family friend that I've known for quite some time, that races up at one of the oval tracks in the UK. So, yeah, which is not too far away from me, about 30 minutes. So yeah, got involved through that, and it was just a case of, he basically said, like, oh, basically this is where I race, and if you want to come with me, you can come with me and see how you like it. And basically he said I could go with him, and they decided to join him. So that was good fun. And then that was basically how my journey into motorsport and watching motorsport came about through that. And also my uncle was a sponsor as well, or sponsored the driver that I went with. So that was good fun. And from then on, basically travelled to different parts of Scotland watching the oval racing, and down to parts of England as well. And I really enjoyed that. It was good, really good fun. And then basically, and then after a while, I kind of said to myself that I wanted to get into watching other forms of motorsport as well. And then I think it got to 2003, where again, a family friend, he said to me that there was a series called the British GT Championship in British Form 3 that was racing up at Knockhill. So yeah, went up there with my mother to watch that one weekend, and I think it was thanks to my mother that I got involved in watching the sports car racing and GT racing, because yeah, she never said to me, but she was a massive like sports car racing fan at the time, and said to me as well that if I should go and check it out. And I thought, yeah, why not? It's something different to watch, and quite glad I did, because that's when my love for sports car racing started. And then ever since, I've just started watching other series, basically other series as well: the European Le Mans Series, GT World Challenge Europe, GT World Challenge America, excuse me, GT4 America, TC America, and just basically other races as well. The one race that I do watch quite a lot of, or have an addiction to, if you could say, is the 24 Hours of Le Mans, which again, first started watching in 2003, and I've just had a love for that race and a love for that place ever since then. And yeah, it's I've been addicted to that race for a long time. And later this year in June, I'll be making excuse me, making the journey over for the first time to watch. So really excited about that. Really looking forward to it. I was a bit anxious about it at first because I've never really travelled by myself as well, but looking forward to it, and it should be good fun week. And talking of races that I'm planning to go to as well, planning to go to the 24 Hours of Daytona in 2027. The plan was to go in 2028, but obviously I was watching the Roar Before the 24th stream on the Sunday this year, and that I just basically kind of made me decide that I want to make the journey over in 2027 instead. So looking forward to that. But again, a bit nervous because I've never travelled by myself, but I think it's just one of those things. Once I get over there and just relax, just kind of just take it easy and just take it all in, I should be fine. And then yeah, looking forward to that as well, and getting to meet loads of other people as well, new people that I chat to in a couple of group chats as well on Twitter. So looking forward to that, and getting to meet up with people. It should be a very very fun experience. But yeah, that's a short video, pretty much. And if you want to keep up to date with the podcast, you can follow the podcast on Spotify, and you can keep up to date by subscribing or following on Instagram at the Satellite Racing Cast, and then also on Twitter at the Sat Racing Cast. And also, I believe, I have a YouTube channel as well, which can be found on found by searching the Satellite Racing Podcast, where I'll probably upload most of my podcasts as well, even though some of them might be just be audio only, or because I know that not everyone's comfortable with being on camera or don't have any cameras. So yeah, if anyone's interested, please send me a message on Twitter at the Sat Racing Cast or RW Sim Racing. I can be contacted on Discord, and also as well. But that's pretty much it. So yeah, thanks to anyone that watches the video or listens to this podcast on Spotify, and I'll see you around, and keep a lookout for future episodes.